Joining me now is celebrity and royal commentator Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, Prince Harry has given a new interview to the BBC after losing his UK police protection case. The court ruling against his claim that the security entitlements were downgraded due to him being singled out for inferior treatment, upholding instead that it was reasonable given that he had abandoned his royal duties and moved to the US. But here he bizarrely claims that he is still entitled and will always be entitled.
You're no longer a working royal, a change in your status. Do you not accept that from the court?
Well, my status hasn't changed. It can't change. I am who I am. I am part of what I'm part of, and I can never escape that. My circumstances will always be the same.
Kinsey just doesn't get it, does he?
I mean, it's unfortunate that it's taken Prince Harry 40 years to learn the definition of the word consequences. But it was Princess Diana herself that referred to her youngest son as thick. And here it was on full display. Harry said himself in that interview that he has no regrets. He does not regret it at all. He continues to take no accountability for his own destructive actions. This was something that was presented to him at the Sandringham Summit. If you step down, if you leave, you will not... Can you imagine quitting any job and assuming you are going to still get the perks of that job? But I will say that there have been whispers that Harry has been desperately trying to connect with his father and brother through old friends and retired courtiers. Neither have taken the bait, but classic Harry, just like you heard there, refusing to follow protocol.
Cool. Now, Kinsey, the fallout from this case has extended to Harry's relationship with his father, King Charles. Here he speaks about wanting a reconciliation.
I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore. As I said, life is precious. I don't know how much longer my father has. He won't speak to me because of this security stuff.
Is that true? Is he refusing to talk to his son because of security stuff?
No. Keep in mind, this is not the first time Harry has claimed to the media that his father cut him off. Meghan claims Prince Harry lost his father during their original Netflix series. And Harry told Oprah Winfrey back in 2021 that the king wasn't taking his calls, for it later to be revealed that Harry was allegedly calling to harass the then Prince Charles about money, with Charles reportedly telling Queen Elizabeth, "I'm not an ATM." Do you remember those reports? So this is not the first time Prince Harry has said, "Daddy won't take my calls." And you know what? Nobody can trust him, because when Prince William and the king spoke to him after Prince Philip's funeral and said, "Hey, pump the brakes. There's a way for us to work this out." That's in like the first chapter of his book. So how can anybody trust this guy?
That's precisely right, and that's why a source close to the king has told the Daily Mail that Harry's BBC interview has made things worse. And the quote there is, it's not that the king won't speak to him, it's that he can't. How can you have a private and delicate conversation when you know it's going to end up on a new special within hours? And Kinsey, that's the point we've been making. If the King Charles, if Prince William, Kate, anyone talks to him or Meghan, it's just more content for the next book or Netflix series. Now, Kinsey, moving along, let's talk about the podcasters that are most trusted. A new poll has revealed that more Americans trust podcasters like Megyn Kelly and Joe Rogan than don't trust them. This has caused all sorts of angst for left-wing publications like the UK Independent. They're aghast. They've labelled Rogan a conspiracy peddling podcaster. They don't seem to understand, Kinsey, that not only do these characters like Megyn Kelly and Joe Rogan have enormous audiences, there is a trust there. They're not seen as conspiracy peddlers, and frankly, some of the so-called conspiracies that Joe Rogan was maligned with were all pretty accurate during the COVID era. He was telling us things that many in the mainstream media weren't, or other than programs like this.
Yeah, we have to give you a round of applause as well. I think that people really do love Megyn Kelly and Joe Rogan's carefree approach. They're pretty open about not being experts on everything, and that's why they're open to dialogue with people that are. And the mainstream media we see today, it feels like they're talking down to us. Not only does it feel a lot of times like they're lying to us, but it feels like they're talking down to us. And I do think that that's a strength when it comes to Megyn and Joe, a sincere curiosity and this carefree nature of let's learn together.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? They cover the topics that so many in the media ignored, and they're important topics. So it's not just sometimes you feel you're getting fake news, but it's the selection process that you could question. Now, let's hear from actor and neo-Marxist loon Sean Penn, who went on quite an insane anti-Trump diatribe on Jim Acosta's show. This is something.
Donald Trump is not unlike the spouse of someone who leaves him perhaps for another, who then murders their former partner because if they can't have her, nobody can. And I think Donald Trump in his solipsism may have that relationship with the world.
Okay. As far as analogies go, that one is pretty crazy. Tell me more about Sean Penn's appearance on this particular program.
Well, it's just Jim Acosta and Sean Penn talk about a tea party or an elevator I want out of. I want out of that elevator. I want off that crazy train.
Absolutely.
Sean Penn, when is the last time Sean Penn has done anything riveting or compelling that makes him an authority on any of this stuff? It's crazy. And I won't get into the rumors about Sean Penn and Madonna's relationship that were all over the tabloids, but I don't think my president has been accused of anything even remotely similar to what he was accused of back in the day. So pump the brakes, buddy.
Oh, absolutely. And this is a dude who went down to Venezuela and was buddying up to the dictator down there. I mean, this guy is beyond belief. Before you go, we've only got 20 seconds, but Alec Baldwin's infamous film Rust, it's finally been released. Terrible opening weekend, $25,000 take. That's nothing. This cost about $7 million to make, Kinsey.
Well, that's not even going to buy Hilaria Baldwin a new yoga bra and yoga mat. So I'm sure that Hilaria is livid. But yeah, what did he expect? This was the horrible experience on this set, them continuing to do the movie. The director, who was also shot, said he wishes they hadn't continued with it. And I think that this is a great example.
They should have abandoned the whole thing. They should have abandoned it. Kinsey Schofield, thanks for your time.